Hey guys. So as the title says, let me explain my status update. For other reasons, I had to go to the police station today. Those reasons aren't important, but I took the opportunity to ask the police officer if carrying two multi-tools, in case you're, for example, a fan of both Leatherman and Swiss Army knives, if you're allowed to carry both. He couldn't tell me that completely over the direct answer. What he did tell me is that folders that lock in the open position, no matter what, no matter the length of the blade, you can have a 5mm blade, still counts. Because of how ridiculously irresponsible Danes have behaved over the past few years. Turns out this rule was passed in 2016, so it's basically since then. Folding knives that can lock in the open position, no matter the size of it, is illegal to carry. And you might be wondering, well, I use multi-tools for work. Yeah, for work, you can use them because that is an authorized occasion to use it. But because of how irresponsible towards each other we have been since 2016 and probably before that, every bladed object you want to have on your person has to have a goal for being there, which means that you can't just carry it because you like carrying it because you want to be prepared or something like that, or because it's always nice to have a multi-tool on you. That doesn't count anymore. You have to have a reason, a goal for that tool to be on you. This only happened because apparently in Denmark, we, at the first chance we get, are backstabbing bastards that wants to slaughter each other for stupid, ridiculous reasons. I don't really give a shit why you would like to kill someone else. It doesn't give you a right to do it, and the ones you hurt, frankly, is everybody else. Yeah, you go to prison. Guess what? Because of the dumbass shit you did, the law gets changed to hurt every single person in the country. How the heck did we become so bad that the government has to literally parenting us in the law? How? How come we want to stab each other, slice up each other all the time? What did we do to get there? Hang on a second. What's up, buddy? Hey. Seriously, guys. And no, I'm not saying... Excuse me for a second. An alarm on my watch. I'm not saying, of course, it's any of you. I freaking hope not. But apparently, also an event that he told me about. Some years ago, there was a case in the court in Kolding, where it included a father and a son. Now, I don't know any details, so anything I'm saying here is what I know. But somehow a man smuggled in a shotgun with live ammo and blasted the father and the son. Apparently, according to Danish law, that's called terrorism. Why? I have no freaking clue. It doesn't involve terrorizing anything. Probably just one person going completely badass shit crazy. And yet, they have gone 9/11 on us because of that stunt. And I talked to the police officer. He told me that the number one thing he stops people for when they carry blades is folders that can lock. It doesn't matter what type of folder it is. That basically means every Leatherman you can buy is off limit to carry just as you want to. You know what that pisses me off? Because I carry one. And yeah, I'm not afraid to show it. The most common and used multi-tool basically on the planet, because we like to stab each other left and right, has become illegalized unless you have a direct purpose for the tool. Which basically means if you're on your way to somewhere, you get stopped, pulled over, whatever, you got a Leatherman on you, and you can't explain what you want to use that Leatherman for. I looked in and checked on what the fine is. For illegal carry of weapons, and yes, it'll be categorized as a weapon. For illegal carry of weapons, the fine is 3,000 krona. That's some really annoying money to have to pay for something like that. For just carrying a simple multi-tool. And yes, it counts all multi-tools. Leatherman, SOG, Swiss Army, Gerber, you name it. The only thing you can carry of a multi-tool that is legalized is a multi-tool that doesn't lock open its blade, and where the blade is less than 7 centimeters. Then you can carry it. And I know why they say not that the blade can't lock. Because you can't stab with a blade that can't lock. Because of the motion you generally stab in. If you do that with a blade, for example a slip joint, in case you people know what that is, you'll slice your fingers open doing that. So basically they've done so that the only blade you can carry is a blade that'll put you in the hospital if you try to put other people in the hospital. I get it, it's kind of poetic justice, but seriously people, step up your freaking game, grow up. Now I really hope that they want to change this ridiculous stupid law, because like I said, it only hurts law-abiding citizens like myself. And frankly, I'm not that fond of the law in the first place, because I find it's made only out of fear. Well, mostly the laws that concern me. But yeah, hey Joshua, any multi-tool or folder you want to carry, number one, it can't be locked in the open position. Number two, it has to be less than 7 centimeters. But the 7 centimeters doesn't count if it can lock. If it can lock, you're shit out of luck. You're fucked. I hate to say it, you're fucked. And they will charge you with illegal weapons permit, what do you call it? Possession of illegal weapon. There we go. That is the charge. And first time is 3,000. Second time is 3,000 and possibly a jail sentence. Yeah, you can go to jail. Remember that fishing pocket knife that been used in the northern countries for centuries now? You know, the little lockback, the one that actually locks? Yeah. Unless you're actually going fishing, if you just have it in your pocket like so many older guys have, that's a 3,000 fine for you there. For a freaking fisherman's pocket knife. I get it, why the government has to do this. In a way, I'm not mad at them. I'm mad at the people in Denmark who can't grow up. Hey. That I hate. Guys, and gals, women, if you get offended by that, grow up, be responsible, and there's law. It can be done. It did in 2016. They tried it, making the law even more tight with knives than it already is. Now I'm gonna try to contact the police over the next few days, because I do believe it was changed back in 2016. Josh, moving to Canada, it's almost as bad as here. I only know that because I follow a knife reviewer who lives in Canada, and trust me, the rules there are also terrible. They're terrible. But other than that, yeah, good choice. But as I was saying, I'm gonna contact the police over the next few days to get this shit right, because they tried to do this with lockable folders are illegal to have, but I think they got around it by saying that for authorized purposes, like climbing, they got a big hit from the climbing community, then you're allowed to carry it. But just as an everyday item, nope. I hate to say it, Josh, but only some states in America is where you're pretty much allowed to own anything you want and carry most of that. I mean, northern countries, Europe, we're bad in knife laws. We're bad. We don't trust anybody, especially not take care of themselves whatsoever. Everybody has to be babysit. Everybody has to be treated like they're 10 years old and holding a knife for the first time. Also, just with the things you're allowed to have and not allowed to have. Hear this, for example. A throwing axe is legal, both to own and to have fun with throwing, obviously. A carving axe used by scouts, which is exactly the same size, less quality generally, is perfectly legal to go out and buy for $250. Huh? The only difference is the carving axe has a wooden handle, and a throwing axe typically is one solid piece of metal. That's generally the only difference, and yet they're the exact same size and just as throwable. And the one knife I can understand has been illegalized. To own, I don't get it. To carry, I get it. Is the switchblade stiletto knife, invented in Italy about 300, 400 years ago. That knife is deliberately made to stab people. It is a self-defense blade made to stab. Some of them even have a wavy blade inspired by the Philippines. That is designed, you design a wavy blade to make the wound almost unclosable. I'll get back with another knife on that one. But yeah, a stiletto switchblade, I can understand can't be carried. I can't understand why it can't be owned, considering if you're a knife collector, the number one rule is your collection has to be under lock and key. See you, buddy. It has to be under lock and key. That's the rule. Which means you can't just go in and grab it just like that, and your kids definitely can't. Now, a knife, I don't get why people are still interested in owning. It's the Russian Cyclone tri-blade knife. It is literally a triangular piece of steel with a point that is twisted. That knife is not only illegal to own, especially in Denmark, but it has been banned to use in war. In other words, if you use this in a war, let's say you're a soldier and you get sent out to Afghanistan or whatever the frick, and you carry this blade with you and you stab somebody with it in self-defense or whatever, guess what? You'll be charged as a war criminal because the wound is 100% unhealable. It doesn't matter where you stab the person. They will bleed out because the wound can't close. You can't stitch it close. You can't do anything. Sorry for the bad lighting. You can't do anything. The Russian Cyclone Tri-Dagger is illegal, and you will be charged as a war criminal. And yet people still is fascinated by the knife. It's 100% unpractical, has no use in every day. You can't cut with it. It's not sharp. Not really. It's only beveled enough you can stab somebody. Funny enough, it doesn't take much to stab a person. We're quite soft. But yeah. Can you please come together with me to actually do something about the knife law? I know most of you guys don't give a rat's ass about the knife law, because for you, knives are just what you use in the kitchen once or twice a day, or something like that. I can understand that. But not even allowing being able to carry a freaking multi-tool. I can't carry this legally, just for shits and giggles, because I like to have it in case anything happens. And I pull this sucker out every single day. Every single day I pull it out. Every single day I use it. For whatever. But I'm not allowed to carry it anymore. I'm probably still gonna do it if I can get away with it for Mariana. But I'm probably still gonna do it. But you can't carry it. It is illegal to carry because it's a lockable blade. I don't get it. How do we get this far down that we can't even be trusted with a knife? That's basically what the law says. The law basically says, hey, you were an idiot, you got yourself caught, or you stabbed somebody. So instead of actually just punishing you, we punish everybody. That's what it says. Between the lines. Can we please do something about that? Please? If you got any other questions, feel free to ask them. I'll be happy to answer. And I'll return when I've got some answers from the police about what this really goes on. If I can get some answers. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Always glad to see somebody watching these videos. Talk to you later. Bye.